Welcome back, my dear ones. We are jumping straight into the heart of December with a truly dynamic week for you, my fiery, charismatic Leos and Leo risings.
It's a really big one. This week, December 8th through the 14th, is a kind of energetic crossroads, isn't it?
It really is, and we're going to dive deep into how to navigate it because the cosmos is, well, it's doing some heavy lifting for you.
hmm It's demanding a really honest look at where you've been putting your energy. So our mission today is to look at these two big forces. First, this huge moment of clarity from Neptune, and second, this intense friction between Mars and Saturn.
Exactly. We're talking about shedding illusions to step into real power. And remember, you magnificent beings, your sun sign is wonderful, but for this kind of deep work, your rising sign is just, it's everything.
It's so important. If you're a Leo rising, this is speaking directly to the architecture of your life. It really grounds everything we're about to talk about.
Okay, so let's get into it. The first big thing, Wednesday, December 10th, Neptune finally goes direct in Pisces.
Right. And the sources we looked at call Neptune's retrograde the big sleep. Where things are fuzzy, maybe a little denial.
Total fog. And when it goes direct, you get like jostled awake.
You really do. And what's so wild about this moment is the sheer weight of it. This is the last time Neptune will station direct in Pisces for about 160 years.
Wow. So this isn't just a regular transit.
Not at all. It's the final chapter of these really big kind of nebulous lessons that have been unfolding since, what, 2011 or 2012?
A whole decade of fog is finally lifting. So for a Leo or Leo rising, what does that look like? Neptune has been hanging out in your 8th house.
Mm-hmm. The eighth house. And that's deep water. It's about profound change, shared resources, intimacy, debt.
All the stuff we don't really want to talk about at a dinner party.
Precisely. So for a proud Leo, this clarity can show up in a couple of ways. On one hand, you might see this unexpected financial lightness.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, like the fog around a debt or a joint investment just evaporates. And suddenly, the resources you need just appear. It can feel almost miraculous.
Okay, so that's the upside. But with the 8th house, there's always a psychological piece, the friction. What's the painful part?
Well, the painful part is admitting a hard truth. Usually about an investment that wasn't just financial, but deeply emotional.
Ah, I see.
The gaslighting is over. Whether it's coming from someone else or, even from yourself. This house is all about where our energy gets tangled up with others. For you, the hard truth might be admitting a shared business just isn't working.
Or that you've been emotionally bankrolling someone else's life, maybe a partner or family member, and it's been draining you.
Exactly. So the lesson isn't just about disappointment. It's about seeing where your self-worth got tied up in trying to fix something that was never really yours to control in the first place.
That is so powerful. It's liberating, actually.
It's incredibly liberating. The moment you see the pattern and just stop. You stop trying to manipulate the outcome. You take all that power back. And that acceptance, that's the real starting line for some long-term good fortune.
Okay, so that fog lifts. We see the truth. But then what? How do we find the willpower to actually do something about it? Because right at the top of the week, Monday and Tuesday, we get hit with that crunchy astrology. Mars squaring Saturn.
The cosmic traffic jam. It certainly is. So Mars, your planet of action, is in Sagittarius, which is a fellow fire sign. It's revving up your fifth house.
And the 5th house is Leo's playground. Joy, romance, creativity, being on stage. Mars wants to just gallop ahead and have fun.
But then Saturn is the cold, hard handbrake. It's all about responsibility, limits, adulting. So Mars wants to start a brilliant, passionate new project.
And Saturn reminds you about the giant pile of paperwork on your desk or the
Yeah.
bills. Yeah.
Yes. The friction is so intense because it's your greatest desire for joy and freedom clashing with your most pressing obligations. It's just a frustrating stop-start energy.
It sounds kind of miserable, to be honest. Like the universe is saying you can't have any fun until your entire life is perfectly organized. Just never.
I know, but there is a silver lining. The key here is to focus. This square forces you to only look at the very next thing you have to do.
Okay.
Think of it like Cinderella. She had that impossible task, right? Sorting the seeds before she could go to the ball. She didn't panic about the whole huge pile. She just focused on one seed, then the next. And once she committed to the work.
Help showed up magically. The little mice. I love that.
That's the energy. It's not about doing it all at once. It's about tackling the small, focused tasks Saturn is demanding. Do that, and the energy will free up. Trust me.
Okay, I can get behind that. And then, right in the middle of all this, on Wednesday, Mercury opposes Uranus. That sounds electric.
It is. It brings these brilliant, out-of-the-box ideas. but it can also bring restlessness, sudden changes of plans, especially around contracts or shared finances.
So the trick is to channel that electric spark into solving the crunchy problems Saturn is bringing up, not into just getting distracted.
You've got it. Use that flash of genius to find a new solution to that financial thing,
Hmm.
or to cut through some red tape. The truth Neptune shows you suddenly gets a clear, actionable path forward.
Okay, so despite all this heavy internal work, the external energy is actually really social, isn't it?
Oh, incredibly social. You've got the Sun, Venus, and Mars all clustered in Sagittarius in your fifth house of fun, and Mercury joins them on Friday. Leo's natural charisma is just amplified.
You feeling bubbly, ready to party, ready to hold court. But this isn't just a frivolous party week, is it?
Not at all.
Hmm.
With the Neptune stuff and the Saturn reminders, the fun needs to feel meaningful. I think you'll find your patience for superficial small talk is basically zero right now.
Right. You want real connection, not just performing for a crowd. It's quality over quantity.
Totally. You won't feel good letting your hair down if it just feels like a distraction from the real work you need to do.
And speaking of quality and practicality, Thursday the 11th, we have the quarter moon in Virgo.
And that hits your second house. Your money, your income, your self-esteem.
The cosmic accountant comes knocking.
The cosmic accountant is here to check the books. It's a reminder to stick to your budget. With all that Sagittarius energy in your fun zone, the temptation to splurge, especially on gifts or to impress someone new, is really high.
So the message is, don't try too hard. Let things develop naturally without throwing money at them.
Yes. And this brings up a really critical point about boundaries. Our sources were clear on this. Leos need to be super aware of any repeating patterns of people asking for financial help.
Oh, that's a big one. That generous Leo heart can sometimes turn into the community bank.
Exactly. This week is the time to draw a clear line. Saying no to a loan, especially if it's a pattern, isn't being mean. It's an act of self-preservation. That is true royal dignity.
Okay, so as we get past that friction at the start of the week, something else is building, right? Something more powerful.
Something huge. Mars is moving toward the galactic center, which is at 27 degrees of Sagittarius. This isn't just any old spot in the Zodiac. It's a cosmic powerhouse. Our intentions, our actions, they become supercharged there.
So this is where all that hard work starts to pay off. Mars on the galactic center. It feels like you're genuinely birthing something new.
That's the perfect way to put it. Since it's in your fifth house, it's tied directly to your joy, your passion projects, your creative destiny. The friction from earlier in the week was clearing the deck for this really important new beginning.
And it feels motivated from the inside out. Like you're not doing it for the applause anymore. You're doing it because it's part of your authentic purpose.
Yes, you're reasserting the royal standard in your own life.
Yeah.
And then we get this incredible gear shift on Sunday the 14th. Mars moves into Capricorn.
It's leaving the fun but scattered fire of Sagittarius and moving into the 6th house of work, routine, and health.
And this is phenomenal news. Mars is what we call exalted in Capricorn. It means this is where Mars works best. It's structured, effective, and has staying power.
So all that passionate, creative energy now gets a practical, structured outlet. You're moving from chaos to mastery.
Perfect. It's the best launch pad for the end of the year. You can move mountains with practical tasks, perfect your routine, focus on your health. You're just efficient.
So with all the emotional intensity, the final takeaway has to be about self-care, doesn't it?
It has to be. We talked about finding peace with what you can't control. You can't save everyone, you can't fix every project, but you can save yourself.
Acknowledge the limits of your power, focus on your next right action, and surrender the rest. That is so hard for a proud Leo to do.
It's the hardest thing. But true surrender isn't defeat. It's just the intelligent use of your incredible, precious energy.
What an amazing journey for 1 week, my lion hearts. It's challenging for sure, but it leads to this ultimate clarity, the end of the big sleep and the reclaiming of your magnetic power. And remember, Jupiter enters your sign in 2026. You're setting the stage for that right now.
Focus on the action, embrace the truth, and commit only to what you know is authentically yours to do.
My dearest lion, as December begins, please listen to your heart. Remember that true brilliance, your real sparkle, it always shines from within. As the sky supports you, just ignite that inner fire and only do what befits royalty.
I love that.
So what aha moment stood out to you from all this? How are you turning this week's friction into focus? Let us know. We genuinely love hearing how you're taking back your throne. And of course, keep that majestic fire shining because next up, we are diving into the next sign. Stay tuned.